Hello and good evening. Welcome back for another amazing session on gravitation. We learned in the previous lectures that Earth has a gravitational force. Any object, if you throw upward, Earth attracts it towards itself. So the objects, if I throw a stone, what happens, students? It will go up, reach a height, and then it starts falling back. Why? Because there is a gravitational force with which Earth is attracting the object towards itself. There is a gravitational force. We discovered it. We told it that Newton's law gave the gravitational force. Was the reason that Moon is orbiting around the Earth, and the planetary motion around Sun can be explained. We already explained the universal law of the gravitation, students, that the force between the gravitational force between two bodies is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. We have already told you, students, the universal law of gravitation. What did we tell you? If there are two bodies, mass m, bigger one and smaller, then you are saying that there is a force which is directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to the distance, square of the distance between the two bodies. And after combining these, what we got, F is equal to, I'm writing here, student, what we obtained, F is equal to G m by d square. This formula was derived by us, where G is the constant of proportionality and is called universal gravitational constant, student. And we have also explained to you the various Kepler's law, three Kepler's law, on the basis of which Newton has given the gravitational formula which he has derived and the gravitational theory. Now, the question was to determine the value of G. G is a gravitational constant, student. G is gravitational constant. And this is having a universal value. The value of G is a constant. So the scientist Henry Cavendish, by using sensitive balance, determined the value of G. G, which you are saying, is nothing but universal gravitational constant, students, and its value was determined. The value of G is determined and it came out to be 6.673 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square kg minus 2. So this is the accepted value of G, which is a universal constant. In solving the question, students, we will be using this value. We will be using this value. Or if I write it like this, G m by d square. D is the distance between the objects. You have an object here, two objects, students. This is a m mass. This has mass small m. I'm going to solve this. What it is saying. So you have this small m, and d is the distance between the center of the two objects which you have. That is the gravitational force between the two masses m and m. M is the mass of the bigger object. As you can see, this is a smaller mass m. We have derived this formula for you, student. If we wanted to know, there was a question, what will be the SI units of G? How will you find the SI units of G, students? What will be the SI units of G? You want to find the units of G, then what it will be? F into D square divided by M into M. So what will be what are the units of the force? You already know SI unit of force is Newton, and this is meter square, and kilogram into kilogram is kilogram minus 2. So we can find the SI units of G. A question was given in the paper. What are the SI units of G? What is the important point here, students? We can apply this formula for the calculation of the gravitational force which will exist between any two objects. As we are saying, there is a gravitational force between any two objects which have masses, and that calculation can be done by putting the value of G, mass and distance between the two. As the distance will increase, the gravitational force will decrease by a factor of 1 by d square, 1 by d square. This is our formula which we have derived. Now here we have a question for you. What is the question, student? There is a numerical on the screen. The mass of the earth is, you see, we are giving you mass of earth, student. How much is the mass of the earth? 6 into 10 power 24 kg. ठीक है? And mass of the moon is also given, student. Moon is smaller than earth. The mass of the moon is smaller than earth. How much is given? 7.4 10 power 22 kg. If the distance between the earth and the moon is given, student, distance between earth and the moon is given, how much? D is the distance between the moon and the earth, 3.84 into 10 power 5 kilometer. Calculate the force exerted. The value of G is also given. You are given the value of G, students. We have already given you the value of G, 6.6. Here it is given 6.7 into 10 minus 11. The value of G is given 6.7 into 10 minus 11 Newton meter square kg minus 2. You have to calculate the force exerted by the earth on the moon. You have 1 minute to answer the question, students. You have to calculate the force. Calculate the force exerted by the earth on the moon. You said what we are saying. This is your earth, student. This is your moon. And you already know that the moon is orbiting around the earth. And you are given the distance d, and you are given this is the mass of the earth, and you are given the mass of the moon. So you have to calculate the force, find out the value, students. Calculate how much value is coming. Let us see what is the force with which earth is attracting the moon. That is our gravitation.
Sir, 2.02 into 10 power 20
Newtons. Okay, the answer is correct. So how such, there will be such questions in the paper also, student. How we are going to solve such questions? What you will do? See, what is the value of G? Formula you have already given. This is a formula. F is equal to G M mass of the moon and mass of the, and this let me put it as the mass of the earth. It is bigger. So I am putting mass of the earth. This is our mass earth, and what you have, mass of the moon divided by D is the distance between the two, D square. So what answer we are getting? You are saying 6.7, 10. What is happening? What happened? Something went wrong. Let me see what has happened. Something went wrong on the board. Okay. What is the value we are getting, students? 6.7 into 10 power minus 11. This is the value of G. What is the mass of the earth? 6 into 10 power 24. Actually, we should put all the units also here. And what is the mass of the moon? It is in kg. Mass of the moon is given in kg. 7.4 into mass of the moon is much smaller than mass of the earth. You can see 22. Put the units also, student. You see this is given in kilometers. You have to convert it into meters. Without that, the answer will not be there. Unit conversion is required. How many meters are there in 1 kilometer, students? This will become 10 power 8 meters. I have to multiply by 1000 because I have to use meters. So 3.84 into 10 power 8. This is square. So you should put all the units as we have given. What is the answer coming out, students? What value you are saying? The value of the force is coming to be.
So 14.74 into 10 power 16.
How it can be? There's some mistake. How we will do
So
that?
नीचे वाले का part, नीचे वाले part का.
Full part.
The one which is in bracket.
Oh, okay. Actually, how do we calculate such things? I'm just trying to tell you in paper. There will be some numerical on this. What I will do, I'm taking 6.7, complete 6.7 is there, 6 is there, and 7.4 is there. I take that. And what you are having, 3.84 into 3.84. This I am taking separately, and 10 powers I am collecting now. How many 10 power 10? 6.10 minus 11. This is 10 power 24. What is the 10 power, students? Minus 11 plus 24 plus 22. And this is how much? 10 power 8 plus 10 power 8, 16 minus 16. So 10 power I will do separately. And this become easy for me to solve them. So what I will do then, I will solve this and solve this to get the answer, students. What is the answer coming then? What answer we are getting? Force is equal to 2.02 into 10 power 20 newtons. This is the force with which Earth is attracting the moon, students. So Earth is attracting the moon with a gravitational force which is equal to 2.02 10 power 20 newtons. I can take any two objects and calculate the force, gravitational force between two objects. Always, while solving the numerical, always put the units, because if we don't do the conversion of the unit, students, then there will be difficulty and problem. So we have to see that all the units are SI both on the numerator and denominator. Then I will consider 10 power, I will collect separately these values, then I will calculate. And if possible, some reasonable approximation can be made in the exam. It's not Even if I write 2 into 10 power 20 Newton will be accepted answer. So no problem in that, students. So when we do practice, we will be able to do such questions. Therefore, the Newton's law of gravitation has given a mathematical relationship, mathematical formula with which it is possible to calculate the gravitational force between any two masses which are attracting each other, and if we know the distance between the objects. So we can calculate, you can take any objects. Formula is the same. The value of G is a constant universal gravitational constant 6.673 into 10 minus 11. The units of this has also been asked in the paper. We should know how to work out the units of the G, student. Any such question can be given in your exam. So you will be able to do them. Tell me any doubt here?
No doubts.
Okay. We are going to discuss very important thing today, because this topic, this chapter is very important. What is the importance of the universal law of gravitation, student? Can you tell me, student, what is the importance of the universal law of gravitation? We know that all objects are being attracted by the towards the center of the earth. What is the importance of the universal law of gravitation? You are aware that we are all on the earth. We are all on the earth, and earth is orbiting around the sun. Are we falling out of the earth? The answer is no. So what is important, that this is the force of, this is the gravitational force which is binding us to the earth. The gravitational force, student, the gravitational force or the gravity of the earth, gravitational force of earth is binding us on the earth, is binding us. That is why we are working on the earth. We are walking on the earth. We are sitting on the earth. Otherwise, the objects will fly off. Will fly off if the gravitational force is not there. Second important thing, the motion of moon around the earth can be explained. Motion of moon, ठीक है, around the earth can be explained. Around the earth can be explained by the universal law of gravitation, student. Then you also know the motion of planets. The motion of planets, student, around the sun can also be explained by the universal law of gravitation. You have seen there are some tides in the sea. Are you knowing about that? Have you seen it? Tides in the sea. Did you ever see? If you see the water, there are tides in the sea, tides in the sea. So these are due to the moon and sun gravitational force. The moon has a gravitational force, student. It also is attracting. But since the mass of Earth is very, very large, therefore the moon is orbiting. The moon is orbiting around the Earth, and Earth is orbiting around the sun. That you already know. There are tides. Now the reason of tides is the gravitational force of the moon. Moon is also having gravitational force, so you see tides. So these are the things can be explained, student, on the universal law of gravitation. I hope you have noted down this, and we can proceed further, student. If you will say yes, then I will proceed further.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Keep on interacting with me. You are quite intelligent students, and keep your energy levels high. Keep yourself inspired. Keep yourself motivated. Pay attention to the lectures which we are giving, and we must try to understand the science which is there. It's important to understand, student. Now I'm coming to another important thing of free fall. What is a free fall, student? What is a free fall? Free fall. You are aware of there is a sport which is coming out, paragliding. What is paragliding? Have you seen paragliding? Have you heard about it? Have you seen people floating in the air? Tell me, did you ever see a lot of people from an aeroplane? What they are doing? They are diving from a height of 24,000 feet and they are paragliding. What they are doing? You have seen that? And parachute opens, they are
Yes, sir.
floating in the air. Are you aware of the sports of paragliding? Tell me, did
Yes,
you ever
sir.
see it? Or are you interested to go for it? Are you interested to go for this? You have seen this, you have seen in various movies and so many places, the people are floating in the air. Have you seen people floating in the air from aeroplane? They are just diving and parachute opens, they are floating in the air. Very interesting. But what is happening? Earth is attracting them with a gravitational force, but what is holding them in the atmosphere? There is a parachute. You have seen huge parachute opening, and with that they are floating. Did you see it or not? Tell me. Tell me, student, did you see it or not? All the things you have just told me, you have just told me, students, that Earth is attracting. ठीक है? Earth is attracting objects towards itself because of a gravitational force. ठीक है? Earth is attracting. Earth is attracting. ठीक है? Objects. ठीक है? Which are falling by a force which you are saying gravitational force. So we have learnt it. You have learnt it, gravitational force. Student, supposing some, this is a stone of mass m. If there is a stone of mass m, if it is attracted by the earth, it is being attracted by the earth, students. Supposing this is our earth, then what is happening? This is falling. This mass m is falling on the earth. Is it falling on the earth, student? So objects are falling towards the earth. If they are falling towards the earth under gravitational force only, under gravitational force, what do we call? We call it a free fall. What do we call this? Free fall, student. So whenever objects are falling towards the earth under this gravitational force alone, students, we are calling it free fall. Do you understand what I said about free fall? Objects are
Yes,
falling
sir.
towards earth under gravitational force only. Gravitational force only. There, because what is happening in the way? You see, air is also present in the atmosphere. Air is present or not? Tell me. There's a air in the atmosphere. And when something is falling, air can cause resistance. Air can cause resistance. So we are saying that if the only force which is acting is gravitational force on an object, when it is falling towards the earth, we will call it a free fall of the body. You are saying, okay, you take a stone, student, and throw it. ठीक है? Take a stone, throw it upwards. I throw it upwards, what will happen? It will go to a certain height, student. Then it will stop. At this point, what has happened? At this point, you have thrown it with a velocity, student. Velocity will become zero at this height and then it starts falling back. What happens? Then it starts falling back. So stone rises to a height, stops, and starts falling down. It starts falling down, student. And if the only force which is acting is gravitational force, then we are saying it is an example of a free fall. This is a free fall. Student, tell me, when the stone is falling towards the earth, will there be a change in velocity of the stone? Yes or no? If stone is falling, when stone is falling, students, I am saying stone is falling. Okay? Where it is falling? On the earth. On the earth. So what happens because of the gravitational force of attraction? What will happen to the velocity of the stone? Tell me, it will be same, increase or decrease? What will happen to the velocity, students? As it is coming near to the earth, what will happen to its vessel velocity? Will it be same or change? Tell me. I'm saying what will happen to the velocity. Direction will remain the same because it's falling downward. Direction is not changing, students. But velocity, what is happening? As I this coming, velocity is changing. Velocity is changing. Velocity is increasing. If velocity is increasing, student, what will happen? There will be an acceleration. There will be an acceleration which will be produced. ठीक है? Because any change in velocity involves acceleration. When object fall towards it, its acceleration will change. There is acceleration is increasing. Is increasing. Why this acceleration is increasing, student? Why it is increasing? Due to gravitational force. Due to gravitational force. All you are saying, there is an acceleration produced in the body. Velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing. We are saying velocity increases, acceleration will be produced in the body. The acceleration is produced due to which force? Acceleration is produced to which force when objects are falling on the earth, students? Gravitational force. And therefore, we call this as acceleration due to gravity. What do we call? Acceleration. We call this, student, acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Okay? And we represented by symbol G. We represented by symbol G, students. What is small g? Acceleration due to gravity. You have already studied the Newton's second law of motion. In the motion, we said there is a force is mass into acceleration. What we used in the second law of Newton? Force is given as product of mass into acceleration. This was second law. In the motion chapter, did we study it or not? Tell me. This was the acceleration. But here the acceleration is produced due to gravity. So we call it acceleration due to gravity. What is the symbol we are giving? G. Can you tell me, student, what will be the SI units of G? What will be the SI units of G, students? Tell me, what are the units of G? What are the units of acceleration? Tell me, will the unit be different or same? This is a acceleration. What are the units of acceleration? Tell me. What is the unit of acceleration? What is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. What are the units of acceleration, students? Tell me. What are the units of acceleration? What are the units of A? The same will be the units of G. Same will be the units of G. Meter second square. Meter per second square. Meter per second square are the units, SI units of G. SI units of G. They can ask you in paper, students, SI units. SI units of G. Now we can derive the formula for the G. The G, we can try to find, how will we find the value of G, students? What will be the value of G? G is the acceleration due to gravitational force. Will the G be same for Earth, for Moon, or for some other planets? How do we calculate the value of G, students? We are talking of free fall of the bodies. We are talking of acceleration due to gravity. So you already know, if you have been told what is F, we have derived the universal law of gravitation. Did we derive it or not? In the just now we derived. What is was this universal law of gravitation? This is a formula. This is a formula for the force, gravitational force. This is a formula of the gravitational force. Yes or no? We already know formula of the gravitational force. We know if F is the gravitational force, student, for if m, you say that m is a mass of the earth, m small m is a mass of the stone, then what is the gravitational force? What is the gravitational force between this stone and the earth, student? M is the mass of the stone, and m, bigger m is the mass of the earth. This is the mass of the earth, and this is the mass of the stone. Then what will be the gravitational force, student? You are saying G, M, M and D square is the distance. So it depends on D square, it depends on the distance. As the distance is decreasing, the gravitational force is increasing. That is why there is a acceleration. That is why there is a acceleration which is produced. Acceleration due to gravity, which we are talking. Now this, if the stone is falling under the influence of the gravity, student, this force you already know will be equal to what we said, Fa. But if A is my gravitational force, then F will be equal to M into G. So for a free fall, student, this F will be equal to M into G, where G is my acceleration due to gravity. Tell me, any doubt here, students? Is there any doubt? I am going to derive the formula for the acceleration due to gravity, and I will calculate the value of the small g for a particular mass m and earth. Any doubt? Tell me here.
No, sir.
Okay, m is the mass of the stone. This is the mass of the stone. They will cancel out, student. Then what is the value of G? So my formula for G becomes what, student? I'm saying G, gravitational constant. M is the mass of the earth. M is the mass of the earth divided by D square, where D is the distance between the earth and the stone. Okay? These are distance between the center of the earth and center of the stone. So this is a formula for acceleration due to gravity. Any doubt? Tell me. This is important formula,
No,
student.
sir. No.
ठीक है? Any doubt?
No, sir.
When you have colored pens, so this formula will be used a lot for solving numericals. So the value of G depends on which factor, student? This, I'm saying, this G, the acceleration due to gravity, is proportional to M. What is M? The mass of the earth. What is M? Mass of the earth. ठीक है? M is the mass of the earth and inversely proportional to D square. D square, what is D? The distance between the earth and the object. Earth and the object. Object is stone, then I'm talking of that. But it does not depend. It does not depend on the, it does, very important to note down, it does not depend on the mass of the object. It does not depend on mass m of the object. Important point, students. You got it? I have told you 1, 2, 3 important points about small g. What is small g? Acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration due to gravity does not depend on the mass of the object which you are throwing, which is falling on the earth. Whether small mass falls on the earth or big mass falls on the earth, the value of g will remain the same. Yes or no? Tell me. You are saying this is a this is a 1 kg and somebody is throwing 25 kg. 25 kg from the same height students. Tell me, will there be change in acceleration due to gravity? Will there be change in acceleration due to gravity? Yes or no? You are falling heavier and lighter, two things. Does the g depends on mass of the stone? Yes or no? It does not depend. In the formula, we don't have mass. We don't have the mass of the object. Therefore, the two bodies will have same acceleration due to gravities. The acceleration due to gravity does not depend on the mass of the object, but it depends on mass of the earth. It depends on the mass of the earth. This, if the mass is changed, if the mass of the earth is changed, that means if I go to moon, then what will happen? Will the g be same? Tell me. Will the g be same? Small g will be same on moon and earth? Tell me. Answer the question, students. G depends on the mass. Mass of the moon is different from mass of the earth, and it depends on the distance d. So if both are different, then how the g will be same? So the acceleration produced will be different. Acceleration produced will be different if the mass is the different and also the distance is changed, student. But it does not depend on the mass of the falling object. It does not depend on the mass of the falling object, student. Is a very important point. Is a very important point which I have discussed. What happened is that means if from the same height, I am throwing two objects of different masses, they should reach the ground at the same time. Yes or no? Tell me. You understand what I said? This is my this is a height and this is my ground. ठीक है? I have two objects, one big and one small. I throw them at the same time. They should reach the ground at the, they will reach, they will reach the ground at the same time. Yes or no? Tell me, should they reach the ground at the same time? Yes or no? Tell me, students. Tell me, students. Tell me. Tell me, will they reach at the same time or different time? So the distance which we take is from the center of the earth. This distance, what is a d? What is a d? You have already said. This is your object. This is your earth. So you are taking this distance. This is your d, student. This is our d. This is the mass. This is the mass of the object. This mass is not there in the g. In the g formula, mass of the object is not there. They should fall from the same height. Actually, in order to prove this, what was done? That they have used an experiment was done. An experiment was done to prove this. And for example, what is we are saying? We can motion of the objects under influence of gravitational force G is equal to G m by r square. So we are coming to this formula. Now, if I have d square, r is the same thing as d. R is the same thing as d, students. R is the same thing as d. Now, we can, since the, you know that R we can take as radius of the earth. R we can take radius of the earth because radius of the earth is very, very large. You have been given what is the radius of the earth. You see the radius of the earth, student, is this is the radius of earth. Radius of earth R is 6.4 into 10 power 6 meter. So the distance D we take as R. Okay? Distance D is taken equal to R. So distance D is equal to R, which is the radius of the earth. Radius of the earth. So we are saying the G depends on mass of the earth and radius of the earth. M is the mass of the earth. You are saying G is equal to then G M by R square. M is the mass of the earth, students, and M is the mass of the earth, and R is the radius of the earth. R is the radius of the earth. So this G will depend only on two things. This is a constant, gravitational constant. It depends mass and radius of the earth, mass and radius of the earth. Therefore, an experiment, an activity is done. Activity is done. If you take a sheet of paper and a stone, ठीक है, drop them simultaneously from the first floor of a building. Observe whether both of them reach the ground simultaneously. Tell me what happens. First floor of your building, you drop what you are dropping. One is a sheet of paper and other is a stone. You are dropping them from the same height. Okay? And you see whether they reach the ground at the same time or not. Student, what do you observe? Tell me, what will you observe? Do the two reach the same time or they reach at different timings? What is your answer, students? You will find that the paper is reaching, paper is taking more time to reach the ground than stone. Why then? Why? Why, student? Why the sheet of paper it reaches not at the same time as the stone? Can you tell me what is the reason? Who is answering this question, students? This is a stone and this is a sheet of paper, student. Sheet of paper. I am throwing the two things from the same height to the ground. It takes more time to reach, but it takes less time. Though according to the G only depends on mass of the earth and radius of the earth. It does not depend on the mass of this stone or mass of sheet. But here the problem is, student, air resistance. What is the problem? Air resistance. Because there is a air which will experience more air resistance, sheet of paper or stone. Tell me. Which will experience more air resistance. Sheet of paper has a larger surface area. Sheet of paper is larger surface area. It will experience more air resistance. It will experience more air resistance. So sheet of paper, students, sheet of paper experiences more air resistance. More air resistance. Therefore, will take more time to reach the ground. But if we remove the air, if we perform an experiment and we remove the air, students, then you will find that the sheet of paper and stone will reach the ground at the same time. They will hit the ground at the same time. So if we remove the air, then you will find they will reach ground at the same time. Because the only force is gravitational force of the earth. It does not depend upon the mass of the body. We have already told you very clearly, G does not depend on small m mass of the body. Formula is there, g is equal to small g is equal to, this is gravitational constant, this is the mass of the earth, this is the radius of the earth, radius of the earth. So when objects are on or near to the earth, we take d equal to r, which is the radius of the earth, is already there. This is our radius of the earth. One more thing you should note down, student. Tell me, is earth a perfect sphere? Tell me, is what is the shape of the earth, student? What is the shape of the earth? I'm coming to that question now. Tell me, what is the shape of the earth? Have you seen global map which they make? It is not a perfect sphere. Not a perfect sphere, students. Earth is not a perfect sphere. Earth is not a perfect sphere. So, as you see, there is a pole and there is an equator of the earth. Are you aware of that? Pole and equator, you know? Pole and equator. You know what is the pole and what is the equator? You are putting it
Yes,
something like, you are saying something. I'm not very good at drawing, but if this is the center, you see that this distance r, this is r. This is r is larger than r. Yes or no? This is the equator, and you have two poles, north and south pole. ठीक है? Poles. Can you see this? The radius, this is the center of the earth. This is the center of the earth. The earth is attracting everything towards its center. But you can see the radius is not the same at the pole and at the equator. The radius of earth increases. Radius of earth increases at equator. Yes or no? So then the question is, will the value of g be same here and here? Tell me, what is the formula of g? Tell me, what is the formula of g? M by r square, students. Where is g more? Where r is less? Where will be g more, at the pole or at the equator? Tell me. The g value will not be same at the pole and at the equator. The g value is not the same at the pole and equator, because the radius of the earth increases as you go from pole to the equator. This radius is not same as this. So radius more, r square more, g less. R more, g then less. And r less, then g will be more. Yes or no? Tell me. Right or wrong? Got it? Therefore, the value of g will change, students, if the radius will change. And therefore, I can say the value of g is not the same at the equator of the earth and at the pole of the earth. The value of g becomes greater at the poles than the equator. Another important point you could note down, student. Note down, note what you are noting. What you are noting, students? What we are saying. Value of g more at pole or equator? Tell me. Value of g will be more where? Pole or equator? More at pole than at equator. Yes or no? Tell me. Got it? But when we will solve our questions, students, when we will solve our questions, we are going to take the value of g as a constant, which we will uh, show how to calculate the value of G now. How to calculate the value of G. You have noted down all this?
Yes, sir.
You have noted down
Yes,
all.
sir.
Okay. Now I'm saying how to calculate value of G. How to calculate the value of G, student? We have given you the formula already. What is the formula? You are saying the formula for the G is, student, G is equal to G M by R square. What is the value of G, students? It is given to us here. What is the value of G? 6.7, 10 minus 11 Newton मीटर स्क्वायर kg minus 2. ठीक है? Let me rub little portion of this student so that I can calculate the value of this. Very good results will come. You will keep on noting and help me students in calculation, because you are very good in calculation, students. You are good in calculations. Okay. G value is known to us. What is the mass of the earth? Tell me, student, what is the mass of the earth? How much? 6 into 10 power 24 kg, student. And what is the radius of the earth? 6.4 into 10 power 6 into 6.4 10 power 6 meter square. Meter square. Calculate this value. How much it is coming, student? How much it is coming? How much it is coming? So you have this. Calculate. This is will be the value of G, students. This will be the value of G. This will be the value of G. What is a Newton? Newton is, what is a Newton? Newton is mass into G, kilogram. This is a kilogram, and meter S minus 2. This Newton you can replace by this unit. Newton is equal to this here, and get the answer of G, student. Get the answer of G. What will be the answer of G? This is cancelled and cancel other things also. This is Newton is kilogram meter second inverse. So this kg out. What you will be left with will be, what will be the answer? First you calculate the answer. I told you for such question, how do I do 6.7 into 6 divided by 6.4 into 6.4 into 10 minus power, what is 10 minus 11 plus 24 plus, what is this, 6 plus 6 12, then minus 12. So what is this coming? 6.7 into 6 divided by 6.4 into 6.4 into, what is this value, into 10 minus 20, 10 into 10. What is the answer coming then? Work it out. What is the value of G? Can you give me the answer, students? What answer you have got? You can see these values are quite close to each other. See, 6 and 6.7, 6.4 and 6.4. The value comes out to be 9.8 meters per second square. So the value of G is now known to us. We have calculated the value of G. What is the value of G, students? 9.8 meter per second inverse. ठीक है? Got it? And this value depends only on mass and radius of the earth. If I go to moon, then it will depend on the mass of the moon and radius of the moon. Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you understood what is acceleration due to gravity, student. The earth is attracting the things towards the center of it by a force which is gravitational force. Due to this, the bodies which are falling freely, free fall of the body experiences acceleration due to gravity, the value of which for earth is 9.8 meter per second square. 9.8 meter per second square, students. This value will change when you will go to moon or some other place. And since the radius of the earth is not the same at the equator and the pole, radius increases at the equator and decreases at the pole. Therefore, the value of small g is more at the pole and less at the equator. I hope you understood everything, student. I thank you for helping me, and we will meet you in our next lecture. And keep yourself connecting and share our videos with all your friends so that they can also learn the science of NCERT which is given. Okay, bye bye. I'll meet you in my next.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you.
you very much.